I got to a part of the world where like the textures weren't loaded in,
Okay.
and you kind of can't play a lot of games like that. Especially one where you got to go try to find all the doors and then the stuff inside the places.
All right, folks. I am back live on um, YouTube. Yay! And oh, I'll turn the controller back on. And yeah, hopefully this will work.
You think my lightning's been working, or should I switch it up to something else?
I think it's working. I think I need to get better at where I'm dodging.
Uh,
Because the first time I died was because I rolled too early and he caught me coming back up.
yeah, with that like dodge away slice. No, it was very in frame when it happened.
And the second time was because I rolled backwards, not to the side. So it was,
uh, I did not see you die that time. I knew you were on the other side of the like swords falling from the sky.
so
That attack
I
when I
survived the
originally
first
saw it.
hit. I survived the first hit, but it was the second hit that got me. Like I said, when I went backwards instead of, yeah,
Let me
elsewhere.
ask you this: did you think what I did, or maybe your brain's not as routed as mine when you first saw that attack?
Um, the first time I saw
Swords
it,
of
my instinct, because I saw what was coming from above me, my instinct was just to get away from it. I think my first
ah.
time, just
When I saw it, I was like, "Is that swords of revealing light?" You remember that, right?
yep.
It's like they're going Yu-Gi-Oh on me, man. Except for I guess I don't have a hand for him to see.
I did play Yu-Gi-Oh for a very short period of time. When I played it, it was really like simple, right?
Yeah,
It was just you could only summon so much on your turn. You could only do so much on your turn. Once you did that, you were done. There weren't like a million cards that were just here's a way to get
but
like 50 fucking
there
turns in a row.
there was very little to do on a turn, like, and not necessarily in a bad or the game didn't function kind of way, but like,
It was just straightforward.
yeah,
It didn't. It
because I
didn't.
mean, it's funny because they don't do nearly enough on the show. On the old show from back in the day, the original TV show, they don't do enough compared to what the card game is now, but they used to do a lot more than was actually in the card game on the show. Think about how they'd be like, I put five things down and in my turn, and it's like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Of
I
course, that
mean,
makes me think of.
the best
you
part of that game was activating traps on assholes.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the thing. That was the game's hook as an actual game way back in the day. Were the traps? Because people were already playing Magic and other games. What was the other game other than Magic that was around before Yu-Gi-Oh? That was along those lines. It wasn't before Magic, I don't think, but like I feel like there was something else other than Magic before Yu-Gi-Oh, but I might be wrong. There was, right? Because I know
I
eventually there was a
remember
lot of stuff like
a
Chaos
I
and all
remember a
that, like
Marvel-based card
Magi
game.
Nation, and that's probably what I'm thinking of. I think there was also wasn't there like a fantasy football, and I don't mean that as in gambling. I mean as in like a fantasy setting football, like
Are you
you
talking about
know
Blood Bowl?
something like that. There was a card game for it, right? Where like I remember seeing one of the cards was like supernatural like cheerleaders or something. You know what I mean? I don't remember what they were called.
I don't know. I don't remember that. I remember the board game. Well, I knew of the board game. Saying I remember it kind of makes it sound like I played it. I did not.
Uh,
Um,
oh,
let's
you mean the chess board game? or not the chess, the football board game. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I never
and
actually played it either. Have you ever actually seen it played? I remember the idea being neat, but I've never actually seen a game of it.
no, but I had they made a game for the for the Xbox 360,
Oh,
and I
oh
played that a little.
yeah.
I played that a little bit, and I didn't play it long enough to understand really the game. You know what I
hmm
mean? Like I just maybe played like part of a match and then just kind of moved on to some other shit because life at the time. And I don't know. It looked interesting. It's had a couple sequels.
Ah,
I want to say there's a sequel on the PlayStation 4, and this is taking super long to load today. Oh my god. It's doing this shit like it did the other day. I wonder if I'm gonna have to clear the shader cache and restart it. Then I have to
Ooh.
rebuild all that shit for MK. Oh my god.
Wonder what it is. What is it about the shader cache? Like, is it need to make its own shaders, or and it's too full for it to do that, or is it more like there's just too much shading and it can't handle it? Like, how would that?
I am not sure what the issue would be, honestly. That is when I found that suggestion and it worked, I was just like, "What?" I don't know.
Mm.
I guess it makes a sort of sense, you know.
Well, I don't know. Like I'm not saying I know nothing about like how any kind of program stuff works whatsoever, but I essentially don't. Like I know some of the concepts in like kind of like how it's not so much about surfaces with surfaces, it's about where does it shunt the player to when they interact with it,
Yeah,
or where can they not go past. It's kind of like not it's you know what I mean? Not
yeah,
so much that the floor is solid as you just don't fall through it.
maybe. Okay, so cleared my cache. Confirm. Just work, darn it, work. I want to beat this boss.
You know, if this is becomes a problem again, I want you to try something. Try taking what's in the shader cache out and putting it somewhere else and see if you can get Elden Ring to work, and then later put it back in and see if you can get Mortal Kombat to work without having to redo it.
I'll just have to get it ready in the. Yeah, whatever. Well, so far it's loading, so good.
You love how unstressful your off time is.
You know, I guess at least I'm working days this week. That's all I.
Ah,
That's all I got.
do you prefer working days or nights? Like, and I don't mean it in any particular job, but in general.
I prefer working in the day.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if I've made this point on stream before, but you know, I when I get off at 11 o'clock, every grocery store in town is closed, so I can't like run and grab some stuff on the way home from work, which is what I'd prefer doing. You know, just I'm out. Let's do it all in one trip. right? That's how I prefer to do it. But I can't
Yeah.
because the nature of the beast. So Walmart closes at 11, Target closes at 10, Kroger closes at 10. Dollar Generals are not open that late either. But the Lion's Den adult bookstore, that's still open. I have better access to pornography than I do groceries.
I mean, you know, supply and demand.
I guess.
I do wonder how many stores around here it's open more days of the week than.
Hmm. You know, I don't know. And it's raining. The first login is always the longest. So I know this is gonna take a little while, but I'm hoping it doesn't take fucking 15 minutes.
My character's getting their cardio in.
Getting their step counter up.
Yeah. Doing road work. I guess this is step work, man. Ooh, 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 ooh. Feeling at my own calves. Hey, John, look at my screen. Or not my screen, but you know what I'm looking at right now.
Alright, hold on. Oh, yeah, I need to restore these.
Oh, you're in the game?
No, hold up.
Oh, okay. I thought
No,
you were
not
talking
yet.
about.
No, I had to restore the pages from when I restarted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking at it. What's up?
Now, the dude and I disagree about the nature of the Erd tree.
Okay.
'Cause he was saying it was all there, but I was saying that the part that's gold is like a projection, like that Godfrey we fought, and that only basically that dark sliver is actually what's like physically there without being some kind of holy projection or like spirit or kind of like how people ask you, can you see the Erd tree? Like I have a feeling not everybody can see the gold part.
Hmm.
You know how people are like, do you see it? Or can you see the Erd tree? You know, it's like, well, what do you mean, can I see it? And they literally mean, well, can you see it? Even one of the finger crones, I think it's the one outside of here, kind of desperately asks if you can see it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, because people like Bach can see it because he saw like All Full of Faith and Corin and Goldmask, but like, you think, oh, what's his name? Oh, oh,
Well,
what is
okay.
it? What is it? Hmm?
That's an interesting idea. Well, because what do you hear from the other Tarnished throughout the game?
Oh,
Can
that
you
they've
can you still see
guidance of
the
grace.
guidance of grace?
Yeah,
Because they tell you
it's
how they
like
can't see it after a while. So maybe that could very much be a thing. That's a neat idea. That after so long they just stop seeing it. which would probably explain also why so many of them just give up.
Oh yeah.
There's just so many tarnished throughout the your adventure. They're just like, what's the point? You know?
Yeah.
Okay, well this is not loading, and man. Come on,
The
game work. Man, I don't know what to do about this.
hmm. Just did it get stuck loading?
Yeah. God damn it.
Do you think it's actually frozen up at that point? Because if so, I guess you could try like quitting it and loading it again. But hmm,
I don't know, this loaded up a lot faster the other day.
yeah.
But it's not really communicating if it's still doing anything or what. I don't know. It just gets so far and then stops.
I've never really had a problem with the game freezing. I've always just like if it's gonna quit, it just totally quits. You know what I mean? Or kicks me out to the menu at best. I mean, I've had serious stuttering at moments and weird stuff with like latency with people who I'm pretty sure either have really bad internet or really far away from me. But like, I didn't even know what like tell you about that. Like, I'm not sure why it loads so slow for you. Do
Yeah.
you think it's like you were saying the kind of far out where you are in nature of stuff, or?
That could be it.
Hmm. Because I do wonder sometimes how hard the game is to get it into any particular time with how many people are playing at the moment. Like maybe I'm just lucky to be in the game right now.
I have read other people having this issue.
Have you found any fixes or heard of any fixes other than getting rid of the stuff from the cache?
No, not really.
Uh, wonder how common of an issue it is.
I've seen several threads on Steam.
Mm. They mostly just say it takes a really long time to load.
They talk about how it just gets stuck loading,
Ah, okay.
or it gets stuck on the loading screen. Yeah, let's get to the stuff at the same place, but usually takes a minute here, so I'm gonna give it a minute.
I can't remember what it was, but there was some game from back in the day that used to like crash on the loading and the saving screen, but it wouldn't delete your files. Like technically, maybe it would every so often, but usually it wouldn't actually be a problem. It was one of those things you just kind of had to not worry about. But I can't remember what game it was. Might have been one of the Might Magic games.
I did not play those as much as you and your brother did.
Uh, oh, they were kind of like I know they're different, but they were kind of the Elder Scrolls games like games that we played back then. Oh, we didn't play those until Morrowind. We didn't have an Xbox. We played like we'd play on various other people's stuff, but like I didn't really play a lot of Morrowind until I got it for the computer much later. I'm pretty sure I found it in the bargain bin at like Walmart at some certain point. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well,
Still stuck at the same point.
yeah. So it might be like with MK where it needing to take time to rebuild all these shaders. But I don't know how long it's going to take, so I'm just going to have to bow out. And I don't know, we can pick this up tomorrow. We can do the same thing. Also, we
Yeah,
might do some fight night tomorrow if we can get that worked out. But technical issues abound. But
yeah.
meh, we're working through it. So anyway, I'm gonna hop off. I don't know if you're gonna keep going or
Yeah. I'm gonna stop too, cause yeah, this was multiplayer with John, so you know.
dig it.